Get up, you lazy sons of whores!
Daenerys is standing before the House of the Undying. Drogon hisses at the grey and ancient ruin, and most of her companions, Ser Jorah, Jogo, Aggo and Zarro, tell her that she should turn back, but she is resolute to enter the abode of the Warlocks. Pyat Pri steps out to her, saying that Daenerys must enter alone, or not at all. He leads her to the entrance, warning her to always take the door on her right, and to only take stairs leading up. On her way she will see visions of the past, future, and days that never were, and those that will speak to her from other rooms, but she must not enter any room and keep her path until she reaches the Undying's audience chamber. At the entrance, Daenerys drinks a glass of Shade of the Evening a dwarf gives her to prepare her for the truths within, and enters. In the House of the Undying she notices right away that she is in the presence of sorcery. Fortunately, she brought Drogon with her into the Warlock's home. Daenerys sees a great many visions during her journey through the halls. She sees a naked woman sprawling on a floor with 4 little men with rat-like faces raping her. A feast of corpses, a room full of savagely slaughtered bodies, and many of the corpses have cups or spoons in their hands. Above them sits a dead man on a throne with the head of a wolf, wearing an iron crown and holding a leg of lamb like a king would hold a sceptre. She sees an old, dead, loyal Sir Willem Darry beckoning her into the house with the red door in Bravos. She sees an old man with long silver hair sitting on a barbed throne in a great hall with dragon skulls and says, "Let him be the King of Ashes." She sees a man who looks like Viserys but taller with darker eyes, who says to a woman nursing a baby, "Aegon. What better name for a king? He is the prince that was promised, and his is the song of ice and fire." And when the man's eyes meet Dany's, he says either to her or the woman with the baby, "There must be one more. The dragon has 3 heads." And he picks up a silver harp and begins to play. She sees a vision of Pyat Pri telling her the visit is over and to follow him into a garden. She sees a great hall with several robed people claiming to be the Undying Karth, who tell her, "We sent the comet to show you the way. Shall we teach you the secret speech of dragonkind?" But it turns out to be sorcery. Finally, Daenerys comes upon a room with several figures that are no more than shadows, unbreathing, and over them floats a human heart, blue and corrupted. These are apparently the real Undying. The figures speak inside Dany's head. She now sees visions in her head, floating faster and faster. She sees Viserys dying. A tall lord with copper skin and silver hair bearing the banner of a fiery stallion. She sees a dying prince with rubies flying from his armour, whispering the name of a woman with his last breath. She sees a blue-eyed king with a red sword in his hand who casts no shadow. She sees a cloth dragon amidst a cheering crowd. She sees a great stone beast flying from a smoking tower, breathing shadow fire, and her silver horse given to her by Drogo at her wedding. She sees a corpse at the prow of a ship, eyes bright in his dead face, smiling sadly. She sees a blue flower growing from a chink in a wall of ice. She sees shadows dancing in a tent. She sees a little girl running towards a house with a red door. She sees Miri Mazdur shrieking in the flames as a dragon bursts from her. She sees a corpse being dragged behind a silver horse. She sees a white lion running through grass taller than a man, and a line of naked crones emerging from a lake, kneeling before Daenerys beneath the Mother of Mountains, and she sees 10,000 slaves crying "Mother" as Daenerys rides by on her silver. At this point, the visions turn into a nightmare as the Undying try to consume Dany, and she is helpless to stop them until Drogon starts to tear the corrupted heart to pieces. Fleeing from the burning house of the Undying, Pyat Pri attacks her with a dagger, but Drogon interrupts him long enough for Daenerys to hear Jogo's whip crack, and then she is in the arms of Ser Jorah.
Hodor! Hodor!